Hi Instagrammers, hi Facebookers, hi YouTubers, how are you? So this is the 100th episode of my videos. So we made it to 100. And a funny coincidence happened today when I went through Facebook. Because it just so happens that today, the 19th of February 2024, is the 6th anniversary of when me and my brother Bubba, my late brother Bubba, did the 100th and last episode of the Fresh Brew podcast. Now, the Fresh Brew podcast started in 2014. It ran until 2018. We did 100 episodes, as I said. It was a very progressive podcast in the sense that there wasn't a lot of things like what we were doing going on. We had commentary on conspiracy theories where we debunked them and had a laugh, and some we took seriously. We did LGBT news, which was very rare in podcasting at that stage. There wasn't a lot of it going on, really. And during that podcast, our audience, which numbered a bit of a cult following, got to hear me going through my second current transition. And it was a bit of an experience. And we loved it. We had so much fun. It was me, my brother Bubba, who was the producer, and Chrissy, my baby brother. And it was the three of us. And Chrissy left in 2016 when he stood for election in Trowbridge and won his council seat. And so he went off and did that. And me and Bubba carried on the podcast together. As I say, it was very progressive. The stuff we were doing wasn't really done by anybody in the community at that stage, outside of just news and commentary. And I loved it. We all loved it. It was really, we had a good laugh doing it. We didn't do it as much as we should do. We tried to aim to do it every 2 weeks, but things got in the way, and we would always get one out every month, and we would try to keep to the 2 week schedule, but sometimes it was a bit difficult because we all had work commitments. Now, I was going to do a video for the 100th video about me going to the doctors and having my bloods taken and getting my depot and walking around Southampton. I was going to do a video, but when I saw that on Facebook, I decided, no, I'm going to do this video. And in this video, I want to take the opportunity to thank my late brother, because without him, I wouldn't have experienced the things I've experienced now. I wouldn't be where I am now. I wouldn't be doing the things I'm doing now. My brother was very, very special, was Bubba, and producer Matt. He had a really globally successful radio show at the Global House Party. He got Mark Hill from Artful Dodger and Paul Ridney, to work on the show as presenters, and Bubba would produce it. And it was very successful. My brother's show, the Global House Party, was syndicated in over 12 different countries all around the world. And it was very successful. And it wasn't just that, it was the fact that the two community stations in Southampton, Unity and Voice, wouldn't exist without my brother. He was the driving force for creating them. He was the technical support for the stations in their early years. He ran them, he controlled them. He was second only to one other at Unity, the big boss man to some degree, under the board, but the radio stations wouldn't have functioned without him. He has left a legacy in the city, and it's one that I am immensely proud of for him. Danny at Pride and Spectrum on Voice FM asked me to come and co-host his show once a month on Spectrum on Voice FM. That was a show that me and my brother were trying to organise with Kevin, who was the station manager at the time of Voice FM, way back in 2016, 2018. But because of my brother's illness and because Kevin moved on to a different station in Bournemouth, they didn't happen. But the idea for a queer radio show in the city was alive and well in the station, and they eventually launched it, asking Danny to take part. And I'm immensely proud and really blessed that Danny asked me to come and host the show with him once a month. It was a great honour to be part of it. Without my brother, I wouldn't have a media presence. It's a small media presence, mind you, I know that. But I wouldn't do the things I do now. I wouldn't be organising into Prides, Trans Pride and Southampton Pride. I wouldn't have these videos. I wouldn't be working at the radio station. thanks to my brother, I have managed to get the confidence and the drive to do the things I do that have got me to the position where I am now. Now, we don't do it for money. Bubba didn't get paid for what he did building those stations. We have done everything because we love it and we volunteer. And if we make money from it, great, but we're not expecting to. It was magical working back on those times with him. Bob always say to me things like content is king, and I hear him now, and I should make more content, and I should. I find it difficult, and I know most of the time I come on here to rant, give you bad news, moan, and I don't like doing that. So this 100th episode is a big up to my late brother, because without him I wouldn't have achieved the things I've done, or be where I am, or have the confidence I have now that he has given me. He has shown me how to use my phone when editing and uploading videos, and so I'm able to get content out there. He gave me a guiding hand when we worked at Hasler back in '94 when we first started working in radio, and since then he has guided me until his death in all the things I did media wise. I paid attention to him, I listened to him, I learnt from him, I learnt from elsewhere. But it was me and him that had the drive between the two of us to work in media. We both wanted to do it. We loved the genre. We really love this medium. So I want to say thank you, Bubba. I love you. I respect you. And I want to thank you for all that you've given me. The guidance you've given me, the confidence you've given me, all that sort of stuff. Without you, I wouldn't be me. And that is very special to me. So thank you, Bubba. I'm going to leave you with a short clip, a still picture, if this works, a picture of me writing up the 100th episode of the Fresh Brew podcast in Bubba's apartment, and a brief video afterwards, which I hope you find is rather funny. It makes me laugh every time. Please like, share and subscribe, everybody, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye. That didn't work, did it?